On the evening of December 11, 1861, a cold front bearing high winds swept from the northeast, fanning a fire near the intersection of East Bay and Hazel Streets, at 290 East Bay, currently a Harris Teeter grocery store. The origin of the fire is shrouded with some uncertainty, but most accounts attribute it to slaves who had started an outdoor cooking fire next to Russell's sash and blind factory. The wind pushed the fire into the factory, and soon the city became, as Jacob Shermer termed it, a hurricane of fire. Pressed by ferocious winds, the fire spread in speed and intensity, rushing across the peninsula diagonally in a southwest direction. By dawn, it had finally burned itself out at the western edge of Trad Street on the Ashley River, leaving a mile-long swath of destruction. It destroyed 540 acres, 575 homes, and 5 churches, with property losses estimated to be $8 million, $265 million in today's market. The flames were so intense that Confederate troops 14 miles and Union troops 6 miles out to sea could see the inferno. By using colorizations by colorist Louis Haye and his AI animations of the original 1865 photographs by photographer George Barnard, and commentary by author and Charleston tour guide Mark Jones, we can take a walk up Meeting Street, looking south towards the Circular Church, the Mills House, and St. Michael's Church. We start our walk next to the steps of the destroyed Charleston Theater, that is now the Meeting Street Inn at 177 Meeting. The rest of the devastation and ruins are now the location of the Express Office, the Gibbs Museum, and the Executive Building. The last structure visible is the scorched north side of the Mills House Hotel. In the extreme background stands St. Michael's Steeple, which escaped damage. Dominating the left side of Meeting are the ruins of the Circular Church. Repairs started soon after the fire but were abandoned in August of 1863. The ruins remained standing until their destruction by the 1886 earthquake. Visible is the steeple of St. John's Church to the west on Archdale Street, as 4 boys take a break on one of the Circular Church's columns. From here we are able to peer into the interior ruins of the Circular Church, looking in from the front towards the graveyard. The Mills House, and adjacent ruins, looking west along Queen Street. The path of the fire down Queen Street is plainly visible, but the hotel was spared due to the heroic efforts of the staff hanging blankets out the windows along the western face of the building. As we walk back a bit, we are able to see another view of the fire-scarred Mills House, looking south down Meeting Street. Walking to the east down Broad Street, we pass by the ruins of Postmaster Alfred Huger's mansion and the ruins of St. Finbarr's Roman Catholic Church and St. Michael's Church at the far right at Broad and Meeting, at what's known as the Four Corners of Law. We are looking at the ruins at 91 Queen Street, looking south down Friend Street, now LeGray, with ruins of St. Finbarr and Alfred Huger's house on Broad Street dominating the background. The double staircase led to a wood house on a raised brick foundation. On this site, the Crafts School was constructed in 1885 and is now the Crafts House condominium parking lot. At 140 Queen Street, in front of Roper Hospital at the intersection of Queen and Logan Streets. The building was spared as the path of the fire skirted along the southern side. In 1863, wounded Federal soldiers were confined in the hospital. The building did not survive the 1886 quake, and 20 years later the hospital moved to its current location on Calhoun Street. As we walk toward Broad Street, we have a great view of the rear of St. Finbarr's Church looking south from the intersection of Queen and Friend Streets. Visible to the left are the brick ruins of the St. Andrews's Hall. The shorter chimneys with the caps are from the John Rutledge House, 116, Broad Street, which survived the fire. As we walk south of the Mills House, we pass Hibernian Hall and will finish our tour at Meeting and Broad Streets. That's St. Michael's bells we hear, and the church is still painted in its 1865 gray wartime paint, hoping to be less visible to Union artillery than its peacetime white. I hope you have enjoyed your tour of the December 11, 1861 Charleston fire damage. For more information about Charleston history, we recommend ordering a copy of Charleston History in Color by author and Charleston tour guide Mark Jones and colorizations by colorist Louis Haye at historypress.com.